Dealing with squatters is a landlord's worst nightmare, but when squatters finally face the reality that they can't live rent-free, their dreams get interrupted, like this man who thought that he would be able to stay the night at a rental property, or this woman who slept inside a literal sign at the top of a building. But first, let's see how squatting went for this young lady, who decided to ignore a court order to leave the home. On the 4th of September 2021, police responded to a call made from a homeowner in Escambia County, Florida, over a woman who was stalking and being destructive after the landlord tried to collect rent from her.
Every time I come, my brother be retired highway patrol, 33 years. Every time I have come, since we served her this, every time I come over here, my brother escorts me over here. So I'm scared for my safety, and she's crazy. She's the type that will say that I hit her.
But what was about to unfold next was unexpected. A judge had already sided with the homeowner and escalated the eviction process. At that moment, the officer served papers to vacate the house to the woman.
The cops have been coming over here about 2-3 times a week. Just different things that she's done, destroyed my house. Did you see the writing on the wall? No, the mattresses were in the way. The girls were even on my side for the restraining order place. Once I showed them my video of her spray painting my car for it, oh my God, I can't believe they're not arresting her. No, ma'am, they're not. Now it's going to be even worse. She's going to retaliate even more. Every time she gets served with something, she tears something up, breaks something in the house.
Go ahead. Hey, that's that paper. I think he gave me the wrong one. Should be the non-written one. Yeah, this one.
I receive a handwritten one.
What's that?
Why did I receive a handwritten one?
Sometimes the judges do that, but then it's before they get transposed on the computer. Okay. So on the 8th of the court date, in the meantime, it's going to be a temporary restraining order. Okay. So there is prohibited actions on here listed. No contact among him is one of them, and then can't be within 500 feet of this address. So, how much stuff do you have here?
Well, okay, right there in the driveway is where his RV was, and he moved it so he could go places.
How much stuff do you have here, though? Because you can't be here per the judge. Part of the terms that you guys work out on the 8th is...
He's just told to file eviction whenever this was delivered.
So this is only temporary?
That's why he took his RV.
Yeah.
Until we worked this out.
So what I'm saying, though, is this is temporary, okay? Eviction is permanent, okay? Up until the court date, these terms are in effect at least until the court date. And part of what the judge says is the not within 500 feet of...
Well, that is my address, too, so that doesn't make much sense.
What do you mean?
I took all my stuff to go where? Like, he took his RV, so he...
Unfortunately, I can't give any good input on that, but the judge says you have to be out of this house.
Okay.
Until at least the... Now.
She was reluctant to leave from the start, but once she realized that the restraining order wouldn't let her stay any longer, she lost her mind. But when she was asked if she wanted to make any phone calls in front of the officer, things got even worse.
Does it say right now?
Yes.
Where?
I
mean, on the paper, where does it say?
When it's ordered. It was done and ordered and adjudicated. Judge is saying you cannot be within here. Long enough to get your stuff and go.
Okay, and that's not a problem. I just want to know, what time I should be.
There's really no time frame. When you get served, you have to get something vacated for the temporary
Because it says that where? Exactly. Whenever you get served, you have to vacate right away.
So once you are served?
It doesn't have a time.
Correct.
So, does that mean 24-hour notice?
No, it's once you're served, technically, I mean, and like I said, that I'm not trying to be about it, but technically, you are violating terms of the restraining order by being here right this second. So, like I said, it's not an issue of getting all your stuff. You just have to get it and go.
That's unrealistic, though.
What do you mean?
It's just... it's just unrealistic.
Unfortunately, that's the terms of temporary or permanent restraining order, or in this case, the injunction against stalking. So, how much stuff do you have here that you need to get out?
It'll probably take me 3 hours to get out.
Okay. Just can't be that long. So
I'll try to shorten the time, but I need to make some phone calls because I'm not just going to get in my car and start driving to nowhere.
well, in the meantime, we'll go inside, grab some things, and you have to get out.
No problem. I need to make a couple phone calls first.
Okay, well, we need to pack up a few things and make the phone calls in the process.
That sounds great and good. I'm going to do that. But I'm going to sit down and make a couple phone calls first. I don't have that much stuff.
Well, how much stuff do you have? I'm trying to work with you here to try and get all your stuff out so you don't have to deal with anything later on.
Right. Same. So, I mean, honestly, as long as I don't really have much more than like some clothes and a couple dressers, you know.
Yeah, well, let's step inside and work on that.
So I know where I'm going with it.
Let's step inside and pack your stuff. Otherwise, we don't have to give you the chance to get all your stuff out. I'm trying to work with you here. So if you want to make a phone call, I'm fine with that. Let's go inside and make a phone call.
File an eviction.
It doesn't matter, though. He can still file an eviction. In the meantime, the judge has ordered you out of this house.
Okay.
So there's, like I said, two options. We can come in here.
Calling somebody first.
Okay, then you're not going to go back inside. One of the two. That's, I'm not trying to be a jerk about it.
I don't think you can prevent me from getting my stuff or making a plan to have somewhere
You're
to go.
sitting here debating it with me as a problem. I'm telling you to go inside, pack your bag while you make a phone call.
To call somebody, make a plan, and then
But what I'm
follow
saying,
through with
it doesn't matter about your plan. You have to get your stuff to get out of the house.
That's fine.
So,
But I'm
but you're
gonna
not.
have a plan to know where I'm going before I get my stuff.
No, that's not what happens.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, no,
The judge says you have to be out of the house. So you can either get your stuff and get out of the house now or not.
The confrontation escalated when the woman ignored the cop who was already being respectful, taking a step on the wrong foot.
I'm not going to sit here and be ignored. So is that what you want to do? Because the other option is going to jail.
For making a plan.
Yes. If that's what you want to call it, yes. You use whatever word you want, or word whatever way you want, or use whatever phrase you want. I don't care. You're not getting out of the house. So get your stuff and get out of the house, or you go to jail. That's the two simple explanations to it. This is a served DVI signed by the judge. Okay, you have to be out of this house, he says.
That's fine.
So we can go inside and get your stuff and get out, or you can go to jail. I'm not going to sit here and stand there and debate this with you at your door.
As it looked like the officers were in for a long discussion, they decided to lose their sympathy for her.
So are we going to go to jail, or you can get your stuff and get out? Christine.
I'm looking some things up.
Okay, I'm not here for you to look things up.
I know you're not, but I feel like this isn't definite. So
Correct. It's a temporary order until your court date. So you have to be out until your court date. So you can look up all you want. That's fine. But I'm not going to sit here and debate this with you in the doorway.
debate whether or not you know where I'm going. You don't have a plan for me, do you?
No. I'm not trying to be...
It's your problem, right?
Correct. So the judge says you have to be out of this house. You have to be out of this house.
Okay.
But we're not getting out of the house. So, like I said, I'm not going to sit here all day and do this.
Sounds good.
Do you have resources?
For what?
Should I sleep on the street? I just want to know where I should go.
I don't care where you go. All I'm doing is telling you, that's not my problem, though. The judge says you have to be out of this house. I'm here to tell you you have to be out of this house. I'm trying to work with you on it and trying to get your stuff. If you don't want to get your stuff, that's fine. But you are going to leave this house.
That's fine, but I'm going to make a plan
Now.
first.
No.
Drive. Police, please.
No, you can get out or no.
Yes, I'm still here.
Come on, go.
Don't put your hands on me.
Try and put chains behind your back.
Don't do that. Get out! Stop! Get off of me! Get off of me!
Turn around and put chains behind your back.
No!
Turn around and put
I have
chains behind your
rights.
back.
What am I doing that's legal? Stop!
Turn around.
No, I want you to tell me why you're putting me in handcuffs.
You're under arrest.
Don't do that.
Turn around and put your hands behind your back now.
Don't do that.
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Why can't I stand up?
Put your hands behind your back now. Roll over.
Stop! I'm trying to
No.
get up for you.
You're not getting up. Put your hands behind your back. Now.
You really think it's necessary? Stop!
Roll over and put your hands behind your back now.
All right.
Put your hands behind your back now. 1015, case number
Can I
supervisor.
get my phone, please?
No. That was.
You still need the trespass on cut?
After shoving the woman into the cop car, the officer called backup as per protocol, all while the homeowner showed the damages of his property to the officer.
He has temporary restraining order. Originally, there was confusion on the original. I thought it was the order setting court date. Couldn't find it as the original. Gave it to her. She said basically she's gonna make a plan to do something. She's not getting out of the house right now. She's gonna make a plan to figure out where to go. And we just debated it at her door for about 10 minutes. And she called 911. Told her she's out of the house. We're not gonna stay here all day and debate it. There's a order that's been served on her. She has to be out of the house. I was trying to give her the opportunity to get her stuff, and she wouldn't get out of the house. I finally told her we're done. We're not debating it. She's out of the house. She wouldn't get out of the house. Went inside the house, and we fought inside for a little bit and tased her. Yep.
Not hurt?
Nope.
She hurt? Other than
No, she got 2 taser barbs, but that's it. But no, other than that, she's fine. That's the homeowner. That's the petitioner. So,
I'll talk to him real quick.
but yep, that's it.
So she was living here.
She's living here, yes. He apparently has left in the meantime until the court date. But apparently she only says she only has clothes and like a dresser here.
Oh no, he'll take. Did you get some text messages from me saying we'd be here shortly, or about an hour ago? Okay.
I'm gonna been 2 hours. Oh, it was
Yeah.
worth it because if you only knew how many times y'all have come out here for her destroying my, come here. It's all escalating.
Go ahead. I'll talk to her.
Okay.
Painting the walls, criminal mischief, no one would arrest her. And it's a shame. I didn't want it to come to this.
Oh, yeah.
The supervisor tried to speak with the suspect, but she was still in the delusion that she had done nothing wrong.
Hey, you okay? Are you okay? Do you need any medical attention or anything? The deputy that you've been dealing with called me over here. I'm his supervisor.
What, you mean like after he tased me?
Yeah. I mean,
I just want to make a plan for somewhere to go.
Okay. So what? Tell me what happened.
He served, okay, the day before yesterday, I got served with a court filing
Okay.
for basically a court hearing
Uh-huh.
for my roommate has filed stalking on me for, anyways.
Who is she to you?
Just a friend that I helped out a long time ago. Anyhow, just someone I helped out through the knowing her. And then she didn't want to pay rent and all the other stuff, so I started talking about evicting her, getting rid of her, and she just got crazy later. Can I ask the question that she's getting charged with this time?
The violation of the order, because that's the whole reason we got into this, because she wouldn't get out, and resisting an officer. So just 2 misdemeanors.
She's got a felony hanging over her right now for assault and battery on her stepdad.
Yeah, well, they may revoke her bond for that then.
Well, like I said, Steve Roberts, a good friend of mine, and he already told me, he says, you know, she's got such a past criminal record that if she does anything.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
You got any questions?
Can I still make a plan for somewhere to go?
No, you're going to go to jail now
Why?
because you fought with the deputy. So,
How so?
what do you mean, how so?
I mean, how?
You didn't do what he told you by gathering up your stuff and getting out of the house, so you're violating the injunction. And then when he came in and told you you're under arrest, you didn't go quietly and peacefully. You fought back. So you get charged with violating the domestic violence injunction and resisting an officer.
That I just received?
Because that injunction says you have to vacate the house right now. And by not doing it, you're violating that injunction.
I wasn't even given the opportunity. The same one that showed up to give it to me is the one arresting
Yeah,
me.
because you weren't going to get your stuff.
I don't have a problem getting my stuff.
But you didn't do it. You argued for a while and then you made a phone call.
I just had questions.
Okay. Well, you didn't need to ask questions. You needed to get your stuff. That's what he told you. Get your stuff, and then you can ask questions after you do that. but you wanted to argue and make phone calls, and that's why it was a
I just
problem.
wanted to know where I'm, make a plan on where I'm going whenever I pull out of here with my stuff.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go take care of this, and then we'll head over to the jail, and we'll have a crime scene person take some pictures of the taser marks. Okay. All right. Hang on a bit.
I need
She was charged with violating her court-ordered injunction against stalking the homeowner for refusing to leave, resisting an officer, obstruction without violence, and misuse of 911. Since all charges were misdemeanors, the bond was set at $2,000. But this squatter doesn't even come close to the squatter in this next case, where she even impressed the cops with how well she did it. An experienced squatter. On May 2024, police were dispatched to a grocery store in Midland, Michigan, whose manager had found someone living in their sign, literally.
Unlock it for me, please. Okay.
Central 4156, are you secure?
Okay.
Copy on that.
That's fine. That's fine.
But the officers didn't know that the woman wasn't just a random individual, but rather an employee who worked a normal job, but was simply not able to rent a place for herself. Even though she didn't say that explicitly, her concerns with contacting the boss said a lot about her employment status.
Yeah, I was trying to get my stuff so I can get down right away. I'm moving out of here in 24 hours to get away from all of this.
You're coming out right now.
Okay, well, I don't want to leave any of my
Well,
stuff.
so here's the thing. So I talked to the manager. She's down on the ground. The biggest thing is a liability issue for her. Okay, you being up here is a big time liability issue. So she wants you gone.
I'm trying
And
to do that. I have to go talk to my boss.
well,
So-
hear me out first, because you have no time. Like, you're coming out with us, and then she's gonna get a hold of the head boss, and they're gonna collect your things. And within a few days, you're more than welcome to come back and grab them.
Where are they putting my stuff?
Well, we'll find out. But you are on their property, so you have got no standing whatsoever. Okay?
Please, God, no.
She
I
has
have a
no.
lot of sensitive stuff. I do martial
I understand that.
arts.
She has no ill will against you. She wants to make sure your stuff's all protected. She just wants you gone with us.
I
So,
would have taken my stuff out of here today, because I was going to call my boss, let them know I won't be able to come into work. I was going to go get a truck, and then I was going to move my stuff from here ASAP back to my storage unit.
Okay.
And then
Well,
that would be that.
the biggest thing is she wants you off the roof as quick as possible. So you're
And
not
I
going to
can
be
do
willing.
that. You guys are actually going to make it longer.
The officers calmly tried to persuade her to come down. However, she still wanted to bring all her stuff down with her.
No, you're coming with us.
Like, to the station?
No. Like, when we walk out of here, you're walking out with us, and you're not coming back on the roof. They're going to get it all for you.
Can I take anything with me?
What do you need to take? Well, first of all, how are you getting up and down off this? And how are you going to carry all this stuff?
Well, how else do you think I got all this stuff?
Well, I know you did, obviously, but, like, what are you talking about? Like, I understand you got some big things.
Like my clothing, my bedding stuff,
Yeah, we're not going to...
my vitamins.
So, everything that you're mentioning is, like, multiple
And then
trips?
Most of my stuff is just, well, it would probably take me about, depending on, like, trying to avoid people, trying to in general, moving my stuff from there into the truck. It would probably take me a few hours.
That's not going to happen.
In the end, with the kind requests and cooperation from the officers, the woman, or the roof ninja, as people in the area called her, agreed to come down, while the officers agreed that she could bring her belongings with her.
People have seen you in the area, I guess. Apparently, they've seen you up here, so they, believe it or not, you got a nickname.
What's that? Spider-Man?
No, Roof Ninja. Tell me that ain't cool.
That's true.
The only reports we have is people call just because they're concerned of what you wear.
Yeah, I
That's
do that
it.
because I don't like being directly in the sunlight.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why. Where are they going to put my stuff?
Well, we need to talk to them. That's what I said. Once you get you some shoes on, whatever you need, and then we're going to go on down. We're going to talk to them. And I'm just letting you know that you're going to be trespassed from the property. So if you try to come back to gather your things without them calling you first, you can be arrested for that.
Very well.
Okay, so like I said, she's being super cool. So when we get down there and we chat with her, she's going to tell you where your stuff's going to be.
Yeah, if they don't steal any of it.
Well, we're not going to worry about that, okay? You ready to get down?
Just give me a second.
Yeah. How long you been up here?
About a year.
Have you?
Yeah. Because ground level is
Yeah.
not safe.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows anything knows.
So when we started chatting with you last year, you were living up here? Okay. I'm just curious. I'm like...
Not damaging anything, touching anything.
No.
Or
How did...
anything that promises me.
What caused you to... What caused you to look in here? Like,
This,
did somebody turn you on to this?
no. This is actually an old safe spot. It's a first for me.
I've seen a lot of things.
I have too. I'm like impressed.
I am too.
I'm intrigued.
I know.
This is impressive.
Yeah, that's...
Did it get cold in the winter?
Yeah, but I know how to deal with that.
Good.
I've
You're stronger than I am.
I've been in, like, Alaska. So
Ah.
I know what it's like to be in, like...
Real cold stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like a...
I would
there
cry
a
at the
light?
first thunderstorm that came.
Is
through.
there a light in here that that illuminates?
Well...
Or do you...
No, they don't have any of that hooked up anymore. This
Be
has
like,
been, like, obviously a one operation for a while. Okay, so... Do I bring anything with me?
No. Just bring, like I said, grab your phone, grab your ID, any...
Pull cord?
whatever, valuables of some sort, but yeah, we can't, like I said, she wants you down now, so we gotta get... It smells good in there. It smells like garlic or something. Well, she lives on top of the shopping center.
It's clean.
Hey, how did you guys get up here?
Ladder.
I'm not a ninja.
We're not a roof ninja, but...
Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not even for me.
See that? Here, you want me to take that?
It's not too bright out here. That's good.
No, it's not too bad. It's a little overcast. So, over in that corner, we've got a ladder.
right.
So we'll just head over there. That's where the manager's hanging out.
Great.
And
They're gonna be so happy to see me.
She's super
They're
cool.
probably not gonna
no, they're
remember me.
they're being
They're
super
super
cool,
cool.
honestly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
she,
do appreciate that.
again,
Well,
she's got no ill will. She's just like, I can't have this girl falling. She needs to get off our roof. So that's where we're at. So.
This case already impressed the cops, but this next case is an unfortunate reality of the current economic status of our country. On the 13th of January 2024, police officers were dispatched to a house where a man had been living under a staircase. Once the officer arrived, the situation escalated. As the officer tried to speak with the man, he quickly realized that he was quite stubborn.
Listen, I'm not arguing and fighting with him, and I ain't been in the place.
Listen, you can't be here.
My brother's there, standing in his
You
car.
need to, if your brother's here, you have to stay
You want to
in
work.
his apartment,
You want to
not
come in?
under the stairway.
No, I wasn't. Listen, he didn't have to come grabbing and throwing my stuff away.
No, grab your
Look,
stuff
you can't, look at me.
because you don't belong here. You're
My
on
brother,
his
I
property.
can't be at my brother's house.
Then you got to go inside his house.
He's at work.
Well,
He
then
ain't throwing my brother's stuff away. He throwing my brother's mom's stuff away.
can't be
He's
here.
throwing my mom's stuff away when she passed away. How you? No, that's a violation.
No.
I ain't trying to.
Then you know
If I
what?
been-
If that's a violation, you got to go down to headquarters and you got to file a complaint.
Nah, I'm not leaving. I don't got the energy for that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No.
Well, you can't be here.
I can't be at my brother's place. Look at
Because
that
it's not
stuff that I'm
home.
taking here. Look at that.
Can't
Listen,
be
when
here
I'm
right
not
now.
here, this shit when I'm not here, bro, he throwing it away.
Listen,
Listen to what I'm telling you. Don't do me like this.
trespassing right now.
No, I'm not. When I'm not here,
trespassing.
when I'm not here, he throwing this shit away that I use when I'm not here. My toilet paper.
it doesn't matter. You got to
He said,
leave. You got to leave.
I'm not leaving this spot.
You got to leave.
I'm going on his porch.
Bro, you're gonna
My
get
brother's
arrested.
right. How? For
You're gonna
being
for
on my brother's porch.
trespassing.
For being on my brother's porch.
Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna get arrested.
For being on my brother's
Yes.
But this situation turned for the worse once the man failed to make a bluff about owning things in the yard.
I'm trying to give you the
porch. Yo,
option
that's
to walk away.
you want to let him violate me like that?
No, I'm not violating
I'm
anything.
just saying he is. He did. Tom, please don't touch no more of my stuff. Your said I'm leaving.
You gotta leave.
I'm leaving. But
Let's
you
go.
see?
Grab your stuff
Come
and
on.
leave, and don't come back.
My brother live here.
It doesn't
How you
matter.
gonna tell me don't come to my brother's place?
You can't live underneath the steps.
How am I living under the steps? My brother just
You're
went
sitting
to
here.
work.
Where's your brother?
My brother went to
You're
work.
gonna get locked up. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna lock you up. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna get locked up.
You wanna lock me up, bro?
No,
I'm
I
trying to talk
don't.
to you, and I'm
You
telling
really think I'm gonna do all the paperwork to lock you
I'm
up,
just telling you,
take you in the
said-
county,
You said this.
take all your property off
I'm
you,
saying
put it on a
this.
property
You
back
said
there?
this and I'm
No, I
saying that,
don't.
and
I
I'm
don't want to
telling
do
you.
the report. I don't want to lock you up. I don't want to put you in
I'm
cuffs.
telling you
I
that my
want you to
brother-
grab your and walk the
I'm
off.
telling you that my brother, you said how? And I said
I
my
don't
brother
care.
went to work, and I'm just
I
trying to
don't
explain
care.
to you about
Grab
it.
your and walk. Because any other time I'm gonna lock it up, I'm gonna put it on property. You have to come to our headquarters, take off evidence. I'm not playing this game every day.
I'm not playing no game at all.
And walk off.
I'm not playing no game. The shit that I
You got a problem with whatever he's doing at his property that he owns, then you have to go to the courts.
I ain't going to no courts.
Well, then you gotta walk off regardless, because you're gonna end up in court if you get locked up.
Bro, I just told you.
I don't want an excuse. I don't want explanations. You gotta go.
I'm going on.
No, you're not staying on this property at all.
With no tits. I ain't spending no more
You gotta
money.
walk off the property.
I ain't spending no more money.
You can't prove ownership for anything sitting here, so that means everything can get
No,
thrown
this is
away.
mine. Well, I have
Prove it.
receipts.
You have receipts? Let me see.
Stop.
And that's exactly when he stopped talking to the cops.
Let me see the receipts. You just said you have receipts.
But come on, man. You see all my stuff in storage. Like, stop. Don't do that to me, bro.
Yeah, well, you're doing it to me. You're making me come out here when you don't listen.
I got all this stuff. I got receipts for everything I
Then
bought.
go back across the street. You're not staying here.
I don't want to stay here.
You're not staying on any of these staff
I
anywhere
will-
on this
when
property.
my brother paid rent at Occupy.
You're not staying. You're not staying on the
call
porch.
him and have him come home.
Yeah, call him right now then.
I am.
You got about 3 minutes.
Don't worry about it.
No, you're gonna have to worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
You ain't staying here. I'm telling you right now. Come here.
I'm about to call my
No, you're getting locked up. No, I told you to get off the property. You didn't listen.
You told me to call my brother.
Get off the porch.
Come on, man.
Get off the porch. Get off the
grab
porch.
me, bro.
Get off the porch. Put your hands. Put your shit down. Put your shit down.
You told me to call you. Told me I got 3 minutes to call my brother.
Put your shit
You
down.
told me I had 3 minutes.
I'm gonna lock you up.
Why? I was trying to call my brother. Then I
I'm telling
can't
you
call
right now. Put your hand behind your
What
back.
the call you?
You're on charge number 2 right now.
Bro,
You got 3 charges. Put your hand behind your back right now. Put your
want
hand.
to call you. Look what you doing.
Put your hand.
How can I call you?
Put your hand behind your back.
Bro, when I went to call him, look what
You're
you're
not
doing.
calling.
All right, I'm not calling him now. Why can I?
Now put your hand
down.
behind your back.
Bro, I'm not scared of you, man.
Put your hand behind your back.
I'm not. And I just told you, my brother paid rent here. I just
You're
told
not
you that.
staying.
And I just told you I call him.
You're not
Bro,
staying.
I'm letting you listen. Don't do this to yourself.
Myself?
The officer had called backup and more cops showed up within a couple of minutes. Seeing that he is now closer to being thrown into jail, the man decides to take his belongings elsewhere.
Now you gonna shoot me, huh?
No.
Spray me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I just said call him.
Walk off the property right
I'm
now.
not just trying to call him.
No,
You're doing
you're
a
done.
whole lot. Now
off.
you say, which one are you gonna do? I'm trying to leave.
Can I get another unit? Get
Bro,
off
I'm
the
gonna
property.
leave. That's what I'm just saying. Which one is it gonna be? I'm grabbing my stuff and I'm leaving. I can't take everything at once.
Get off now.
I'm trying to grab my stuff. Bro, I can't take everything at once. What you want me to do?
When he leaves, as soon as he's off the property, everything's garbage.
Damn, what you want me to do? I can't take. You said go. You said go. You said call my brother. You're doing a whole lot, man.
Get off the porch.
And I told my brother live here. Why would I have to leave somewhere my brother paid rent?
Where's your brother?
He's at work, and I said, you said,
And he's not fucking here.
call him and have him. I got nowhere else to go. And I said, I call him.
Back up. You don't live here, and your brother's not here. You're not sleeping under
I
the fucking
was never sleeping under the porch. I was
What are you
never
doing-
sleeping under
what
the
are you
porch.
doing under the porch?
I just sat there. I was smoking a cigarette. That's what I was doing. That's all I was doing.
Smoking a cigarette under the porch with all your here.
All what stuff? All what stuff? It was just a little bit of stuff there. It was bad that when he came, my brother, because I don't move until my brother comes. Bro, my brother's at work. All I try to do is call him.
Nah, he's done. He's out. He's done.
But surprisingly, the man hadn't left the place yet, showing his reluctance in the face of multiple officers.
I'm gonna lock him up.
Come on, man. Look, y'all want to do
Don't make it like that. Come on, let's just go. Come on. Let's go.
But I ain't got the energy for it. That's what I'm saying. Look, he ain't even let me look. Look how y'all got me out here. And I just was out here working decent. Look how you got me now. What did I do to deserve all this?
We're not saying
What did I do?
that.
Bro, look.
No.
I'm just saying, look. See, that's all they been doing all day until you come. All day, look.
Do us a favor and just leave. Just do us the favor, right?
Once he saw that there was no reason left to stay there, the man took his belongings and left the area.
I can call my brother on his property.
No, can't prove it's your brother.
Oh, man.
Do us this favor, because we don't want to lock you up, but we will if we have to.
I can't call my brother on his property?
No.
All right.
Over there you can. Over there you can.
I got you.
And take all this or it's all getting tossed.
But I only can do one thing at a time.
It's all gonna get tossed.
I got you. Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna come around here no more to my brother's house.
Good.
Right, I got you though. Yeah. Now that's ain't gonna come around here no more at all. I promise you I don't.
Good.
But it ain't gotta be all that.
Yeah, you make it all that.
How?
Because you don't f***ing listen.
But I'm at my brother.
I don't care that your brother
I know you
lives
don't
here.
care.
You're right. I don't. And if you have a problem with me not caring, go to IA.
I ain't got no. But say you.
I don't care. Pack your shit and get the f on.
You just don't care.
I don't.
I know. So I'm gonna go.
I already told you numerous times and kicked you out of here last week. You don't listen.
Don't go. You don't care. That's all. That's all.
Who's he at? Hey, Tom. You know what? And you might want to do yourself a favor and get an eviction against his brother too. Well, his brother's bringing this. So. Anything else that's left behind, trash it.
It really wasn't meant time. I don't know how many times we got to this.
Bye.
You know, that's a
all the way off.
Right, I'm going.
Come on.
I know.
Good, my man? He used to live in the tents in the back corner of this park.
Good? Great. Okay. Thing is, we had no business throwing away my attention. It was the only thing I got nowhere to go when my brother go to work. And then, you know what I mean? It's all good, man. And that's right. That's what I'm trying to say. And I've been violated, but we'll keep it moving. All right. Right. You know
that's
what I
all
mean?
we want.
Right.
That's all we want, man.
But that's what it been.
All good. Just keep it moving and we don't got no issues.
But that's what it is.
All good, mother. Have a blessed day, all right? All good, man. Just, it's all right, man. Just keep it pushing. We'll be all good. Appreciate it.
And he keeps saying his brother lives upstairs, and apparently he does, but his brother's never here. And I got here, and the freaking landlord's pulling all his shit out, trying to throw it in the trash, and they're about to go at it. It's a 57. Yeah, me and Bruins were here last week, and he doesn't get it. He keeps coming back.
Trespassing, man. Trespassing.
I know, I was about to. That's why I called for another unit, and then he walked off.
How about if we at least get you the park?
That's what I was saying. That's why I was getting the park. So that way I get to throw my wagon away. I've been had my shit off here. I want to be around here.
All right. Very good.
I don't care if we lock this guy up.
That's all it's up?
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
How are you?
Go through this without.
Is this yours?
Right.
What?
Yes.
What are you doing with gasoline?
I got a motorbike. Oh, now.
Yep. Badge number.
I ain't worried about no badge number. I ain't worried about nothing in this system. Okay. I really ain't.
That's fine.
You just want to put me in?
You're in the system. I didn't put you there. You put yourself there, sir.
That's the thing, bro. I gotta get out of it.
Well, you're still in it.
Don't be mad. I can get out of it.
You're still in it.
All right, but I better get out of it.
Yeah. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Have a good day.
It was sad to see a man deprived of housing, but at the end of the day, these are the unfortunate encounters that we don't realize are happening daily. But on a happier note, this next case is hilarious as the homeowner gets suspected of being a squatter of his own house. In the middle of the night, a police officer is dispatched to a house in which a squatter is suspected to be hiding. As the officer arrives on the scene, another man tells his side of the story.
We're good. You know anything about his neighbor over here?
Never seen him.
I'm sorry?
Never seen him, but I know he's a complete weirdo.
Okay. Do you know if he lives there? What's the deal?
Alright, the people that said he's a single guy. Apparently, he's got a lot of money. When he's home, not that window that's lit up right now, the window next to it, he's usually has a bright LED on, and he has it pointing out the window so nobody could look at him. Like if you look, it's a bright light, nobody could look at him. He's a weirdo.
Okay.
I don't know if he's home or not.
I mean, he appears to be home.
Wait, what's up? What happened?
I mean, obviously,
besides the grass, yeah.
There's probably the assumption that he doesn't belong, or he's squatting, or whatever have you. But if that's all you know of him, do you see him come and go, or what's the deal?
No, the dude's literally a weirdo.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to make contact with him, see what's going on.
Why, is there a complaint or something?
I mean, somebody just called in. They're concerned because they think he's squatting. So I appreciate it, man.
But when the officer knocked on the door, he was greeted with no response. As strange as it was, he had to wait a couple of minutes until...
Sir. Yeah. How's it going? Hey. Got a call, just trying to piece together some identity here. Do you reside here?
Yeah.
Okay, you got a call last 2 days ago about this. Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on, man? Like,
I don't know. I don't know what people are saying. I don't know. I live here, so.
Okay. Do you got like proof of mail or anything like that? Or
if I have to do this again,
like, cause here's the thing, man. I don't know if they're putting it in properly into the system. I mean, if you have proof of mail or you have access to the home, at the end of the day, I don't know. Look, I don't live here, man.
I hear you.
And obviously,
this is like the 4th time I've been.
And I saw that there was previous calls already to this address. Yeah. So there's probably a breakdown in communication. Maybe just overly concerned neighbors or whatever, whatnot.
But it's not your fault. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yep.
The guy who showed up had already faced multiple officers on the same suspicion, but it turns out he may have been confused by his neighbors when he was the actual owner.
So this is a piece of mail with my name on it. I'm just going to grab my ID.
Yeah, and you said that what are you renting or you?
No, I own this house.
You own it? Okay.
Yep. I'll just get my ID real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's actually really interesting is I called the public records office.
Yeah.
Because I was asking for a copy of any sort of police reports or previous contacts so I could talk to people. Hi.
Hi, the neighbor, by the way, I'm your neighbor. I didn't call the cops on you.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. That really does help, I promise. Thank you, dude. You too. To get like any sort of like documentation, like who do I need to talk to? And of course, none of them existed.
I mean, if you purchased the home,
yes,
they should have given you like a, obviously you signed all the documentation.
Yep. I have my deed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, without prying too much into what's going on, I'm not gonna sit here and say, hey man, I need to see everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have access to the home.
Yep.
You're getting mail. Obviously, you just got it done in July.
Yep.
There's a process in you getting your ID, updated and everything else.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point, the neighbor that is calling in knew the previous owner.
Maybe.
And they're like, well, that's not the previous owner.
Right.
What's going on? It doesn't appear as though someone's physically moved in completely. It is what it is, man.
Sure.
So understand from their point of view too as well. I mean, if they see,
leave a note or I'm not, because like you can look up that someone purchased the house and get like my phone number or talk to because like someone's called like my realtor about this.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, like my realtor can talk to me.
Right.
There's something that's the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
But this was not the first time, as the owner described the problems and difficulties he faced as being suspected of being a squatter.
The first call was like a property check, and the second call was like some sort of squatter thing. Like if you look at this post here, this was a sign that said that like
no
JSO confirmed. JSO confirmed squatters, which is not true.
Where's it at?
It's that post right there in front of your car. That actually had like a small sign in front of it. So because I didn't want people to bother me, I took a knife to it and like chopped it up because I couldn't get the sign out of the freaking ground.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, that's not a great look either.
No, both units. Just unit Merrill.
And what did the sign say?
It said, actually, I'll grab my phone.
Okay.
Let's take a picture of it.
After confirming that the guy was actually the homeowner and not a squatter, the officer then contacted the neighbor on whose call the officer had arrived in the first place.
Go. So So this is what it looked like.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's where, and so I was like, okay, cool. I've got, because when the previous officer came a couple of days ago, I was like, did you guys do this? He's like, no. And I was like, okay.
We wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah, it seems really petty.
Okay.
So yeah, I just wish you wouldn't have to be bothered about simple shit like this.
Well, the more information I can gather tonight, the more I can put on my callback notes.
Yeah, because
and
really
let
wanted to file something against this
and
person.
let dispatch know that you, through all means checked.
Yeah.
You are now the homeowner.
Yeah, because I gave the previous officer the same information that I just gave you.
Did they do a JEA check on you? Did they ask for a deed or?
No, they said cool, see ya. That was it.
All right.
Because I called the non-emergency number and was like, hi, like I live here. Could you please tell people to not come to my house?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
I mean, sorry you keep getting bothered like this, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that. Thanks so much.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, okay?
Enjoy this. Have a safe night, man.
All right, man.
Anchor 335 1097.
Hello, this is Officer Richmond with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. So, first, I want to thank you for being vigilant in your neighborhood. I mean, it does help deter crime and everything else. I made contact with the male that is in the home. I checked his credentials. I ran him through our NCIC verification check with JEA. He, in fact, has owned the home since July. He just recently moved there. He lives there. He doesn't understand, why there's so much attention. I explained to him, well, because, neighbors are just being vigilant. So.
Oh, it was because the sign was in the front yard saying
Right.
the squatters were there.
Right. No, he showed me a picture of the sign. He did say that he was the one that ripped it up because he lives there now, so he doesn't understand what's going on. Some people keep to themselves, but I mean, I checked everything, and he lives there. So.
I'm so sorry to bother you.
No,
That's why I
don't
called
worry.
the non-emergency line, and but my boyfriend was like, "Oh no, there's squatters in the house again."
Yeah.
And he was driving, so I said, "Well, what's the address?" And we just called it in, just because we had seen that squatter sign. I'm so sorry to bother you.
No, not at all. No, I appreciate the phone call. So he says, hey, at some point I probably need to get out and kind of meet my neighbors a little bit. But he said, I wish I would know who's calling, so at least that way I can talk to them and say.
Maybe I'll go introduce myself.
Well,
in the daytime.
I mean, it's completely up to you. But I just want to put your mind at ease. He owns the home now.
Okay.
He's a neighbor, so.
My boyfriend and I will go down there and introduce ourselves to him and let him know that we're sorry and that, welcome to the neighborhood. But at least he knows people are watching out for his house, correct?
Okay, all right. Well, enjoy your evening, okay?
Thank you, officer. I appreciate you calling, and I pray for you every day.
No, thank you, man, for the support. Thank you. I
All of
appreciate
our
it.
officers. Thank you.
But now for our final case. This squatter certainly chose a unique place to set camp, to say the least. On September 9th, 2023, employees at an Oklahoma dairy store got a strange surprise when they arrived at work and found tiles fallen from the ceiling. In suspicion of robbery, the police and fire department were called and started to check the ceiling.
Oh, I got some dummy up the ceiling.
Where exactly is the eye?
Man, if you go up there, stand on the ladder, and then just look to your right, you'll see him. He's up there in the rafters, about 6 foot away. Need a flashlight, man? Yeah, he's just like right here.
Is he not like on you?
He'll move every now and then, but he's.
Like, you got a name or anything on you?
Nope.
He's on the other side of this. Yeah. Where's his name?
What they saw and considered a dummy turned out to be a living man inside the ceiling. Once this was confirmed, he was asked to step out from there with the help of the firefighters.
So you know how he got in?
Man, not really. I don't know if he came in from over there where the patio is, or came in through the ceiling there. Up under there. His legs are right there. Maybe he's trying to get out through the ceiling or something.
Hey man, our ladder's too tall. There's stuff on there. We got a ladder underneath this. We're gonna need you to swing your legs over. There's a ladder right underneath you. You step on. Start climbing it around.
Hopefully notice anything missing.
Alright, let's get on this ladder.
Man, I don't have spray. All I got is just taser.
Don't fall. Don't fall. Do not fall. Grab that. Make your head go that way.
Being reluctant at first, the squatter then came down, but he was not looking too good.
Did you guys notice anything stolen or missing or anything? Or
That we know of, just
okay.
all this damage, all this.
You got vandalism too. Yeah, I don't know if he tore anything up in the ceiling getting in, or like you said, if he just hid out in the bathroom or something.
Do you have any guesstimate as to how much the damages are?
Not really. I don't guess they will see something else.
There you go. Get yourself out. There you go. Have a seat on the floor when you get down.
The squatter named Philip cooperated with the police and walked to the cop car on the charge of trespassing.
There you go. All right, you good? Yeah. All right. Hey, face that way. Put your hands behind your back.
You got anything in your pockets? Here.
Huh? What's your name?
Yeah, there you go. Scoot backward, use your feet and scoot backward so you guys can get going. Thanks, fellas.
Hey, what's your name? Bill. Are you from Norman?
Stay trespassing.
All right, man. We'll stuff him in the car, and then I'll run him and do whatever.
All right, man, we're going to stand you up, okay?
Just in time for breakfast. Man, if you got... I don't even know where my gloves are. I'm just first one right here.
All right, man, have a seat. Try to sit sideways so that hands aren't against the back of the seat. Okay, you okay?
Okay.
Get your feet under here. There's room.
That's the manager's name. I did first name, last name.
Okay.
While it was unclear how he got into the building, as there were no signs of forced entry, Philip had caused around $1,000 worth of damage. Police suspect that he just wanted a warm place to sleep. Despite our fellow squatters all sharing one thing in common, and that is a place to call home, consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a comment on your current thoughts on rent and home prices. Leave a like for more videos like this, and make sure to watch some more.